Alright, what is going on, guys? Got another breakdown for UFC Vegas 40 bantamweight fight. We got Danaa Batgerel taking on Brandon Davis. Davis can have a 2-inch reach advantage, about 3 inches taller. So I'll start with Davis. He's making his return to the UFC. Went 4-0 on the regional scene with Gulf Coast MMA. Got a couple finishes. Looked good doing that, but his UFC run was tricky. Fought some very solid competition. Lost to Zabit, lost to Enrique Barzola, who I don't know where he's been, but he's a solid fighter, good grappler. And they lost to Giga Chikadze in Chikadze's UFC debut, so not bad, not a bad UFC run at all. But I mean, record wise, it was shitty. But sometimes you gotta look past the record. A lot of times you gotta look past the record in MMA. But yeah, stylistically, I like the pressure game from Brandon Davis. Good pressure fighter, and especially on the regional scene, which I know Gulf Coast MMA didn't really beat anybody of note on there. I mean, this guy Ray Trujillo is 24-29 lifetime, but yeah, he looked solid in those fights. Just thought it did a ton of damage, and just very intelligent pressure. Works in kicks. His striking looks evolved. I don't think his striking is great by any stretch, but he's one of those guys that definitely has a chin. He's going to be in the fight the entire time, and sometimes chin plus volume combination can win you some fights depending on style. This may be one of those fights. We don't know, but yeah, I like the volume output for Brandon Davis in this one. I'd give it to him. I also think he has decent takedown game, especially against a guy like Bakary who has shown that he can get taken down. And I think Davis would be well served to try to mix in some takedowns, win some rounds that way. Because Bakary, segue into him, very good technical striker, great counters, got two straight knockouts with that counter left hook. Went over Kevin Natividad, who hasn't looked great in the UFC. I don't know if he's still with the UFC, but I was kind of high on him coming in. He had some decent competition in LFA, so that's a decent win for Bakary. And then Guido Canetti, 40 years old at the time of that fight, so knocks him out in the first round too. And then his UFC debut loses to Haley Alatang, and I think that's a important fight to watch for this one, especially because it's the only fight that Bakary has lost in the UFC. But it was definitely the takedowns that won Alatang that fight. I thought on the feet, Bakary was clearly just had more volume. Alatang, notoriously low volume guy. He's got good power when he does throw. But yeah, he was getting outlanded by Bakary, and the takedowns definitely won him that fight. I don't know if it should have been a unanimous decision. It was a pretty close fight, but yeah, Bakary, it's his only loss, and it's worth noting because I think that's the path to beating him. Just his volume isn't great, but it's because he's a knockout, counter knockout type of guy. So he's going to look to try to pull you into his power, set up his shots. But I think Davis has a chin. And for this one, it's not like I'm super confident in Brandon Davis. Got to go with Brandon Davis, though, just from a value standpoint. I think this line should be way closer. And it is starting to tighten up just a little bit. But I want to see what we get for props. I might like Brandon Davis by decision because I just think he has a better path to winning a decision. I think that if Bakary wants to win this fight, he's going to have to stuff the takedowns, which I hope that Davis is going to implement. Because I think if he implements the takedowns, he has a clear path here. But yeah, since Bakary isn't a super high volume guy, he would need to let the hands go just a little bit more. I don't think he's going to be able to rely on that perfect shot style against Davis. But Davis is quite hittable on the feet too. So I don't know. Bakary good at fighting going backwards, very good counters, and if Davis is just coming forward, leaving his body open, I think that Bakary is going to intelligently counter. But it's just how much though, because Davis is just going to be coming forward, pressure. He's going to threaten multiple things too. He mixes in some head kicks, body kicks, lots of jabs to set things up. And yeah, I think Davis is at least going to be going toe to toe with him. I think this is going to be a fun fight. I think it's going to be close. And I think there's a path for Davis here if he can implement the things that I think he should implement. Hopefully his team agrees. I think that Bakary is vulnerable to getting taken down. And I think that that can be a huge weapon for Davis. Davis not great at controlling his opponents on the ground though, should be noted. But I think in a close fight, striking wise, just a couple takedowns will sway the round like it did in the Alatang fight. So yeah, Brandon Davis underdog pick. Not a lot of dogs I like on this card. And again, this isn't super definitive, But I think if you're looking for a dog to come through, Brandon Davis is a good bet. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Share, subscribe, and take it easy.